welcome to Trivia Ronin. I'm your host, Douglas Larlam. Whether you're joining us live on Zoom or Twitch or after the fact on YouTube, welcome. We're happy to have you. Quick breakdown of the rules. 1, we're honor code here, and you keep your own score. Feel free to cheat. You get nothing. 2, after each question, you'll get 45 seconds to answer. Absolutely do not show your answer until the time is up. And 3, if you're watching on Twitch, due to the delay, that's always tough for me to say, drop your answer in chat when you see 5 seconds left on the time clock. That lines up with us live tonight. There are 30 questions, 1 point each, and a story question at the end worth 10 points for a total of 40 points. Maybe some bonus opportunities sprinkled in. Let's play Trivia Ronin. Question 1. How many faces does a dodecahedron have? How many faces does a dodecahedron have? Oh, let's turn on the music for everybody on Twitch to hear. There we go. Whew, when I have to fill the dead air, it's awful. But if you get to listen to free EDM, it's pretty badass. How many faces does a dodecahedron have? 10 seconds. Kitty. 0. Show me. Yep. 20, no. 10, no. 12 is the right answer. We were looking for 12. Is it a duodecahedron? That is 20, and a dodecahedron is 12, I think. Anyway, 12. Question 2. What country borders Egypt to the south? What country borders Egypt to the south? What is 10? Correct. You've answered it the right format. Unfortunately, Jake, the wrong answer. But 10's a good guess. Welcome. At least you're guessing, unlike those losers playing who aren't guessing. Anybody thumbs up? Anybody sure they know this one? Yeah. Okay, so thumbs down. So the opposite of thumbs up. Got it. I'm not 100% sure anymore what thumbs up meant, but now I know you're definitely thumbs down. 5 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Chad, no. Somalia, no. Zimbabwe, no. Congo, no. Libya, no. Sudan, yes. We were looking for Sudan. Question 3. Well done, Jake. Question 3. What do we call the space occupied by the objects in a painting? In a painting, what do you call the space occupied by objects? It's basically a binary thing. You've got the objects, and you've got the other stuff. Non-objects. They have a name. In the art world, what do you call the space occupied by the objects in a painting? Who's no clue on this? Thumbs up if you're no clue. Thumbs up if you're no clue. Yay! All right. Again, it's a very binary thing. It's basically yes and no. One of these. 2, 1, 0. What do we got? Who's got a good guess? Object space is a good guess. The frame? Subject? No. Foreground? No. We were looking for either positive or negative. The objects are positive space. And also, Baby Yoda's hot farts is not happy. Because someone said, I don't know, positive? And they didn't write it down. Yeah. Hot Grogu farts, baby. Positive space, Jake's on it. Question 4, the supplementary angle of a 45-degree angle has how many degrees? Let's go back to, like, 8th grade math. The supplementary angle of a 45-degree angle has how many degrees? It's basically one of 3 answers you're going to put. Depending on what your what you're willing to, only one of them right, of course. Wait a second, did I write the wrong... Son of a bitch. Oh no, I'm okay. Whew! We got 2 like 8th grade math questions. Let's see them. 315, not gonna do it. Seth, you got it. 135 is correct. I can tell you for sure, I would have gotten that wrong. It was 135. I absolutely thought the answer was 45. Question 5. Another math question. How many numbers between 2 and 20 are perfect squares? Little school time math. How many numbers between 2 and 20 are perfect squares? Yeah, Jake, you had the right idea. You just went the wrong angle. Oh no, come back. What have I done? I lock you. I lock you. Let's go back to the question. There we go. Ugh, I didn't spell it out. I just wrote the number. Ugh, I hate me for that. Yeah, but for that also. That's on the list of reasons. Let's see it. What do we got? Yep. Well, Emily, you've written 3 answers and also the answer. It is 3 is what we were looking for. But I'm glad that you wrote what they were. Right. Between there, how many? Right. No, you totally get it. Of course, you still get the answer to that. It is 3. In fact, bravo. If it weren't so wrong, I would have given you more points. Question 6. How many days total in the summer months of June, July, and August? 45 seconds. How many days are there total in June, July, and August summer months? Yeah, I know. I'm kind of digging. I've gone. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Like for like the last few Saturdays. So I'm sort of sticking to it, sort of not. I just remember, like, I found this group of questions where I was like, I don't know that I know the answer to that. So I was kind of happy to sort of figure it out before I took it to you guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. The next one is not numbers. Yep. Yeah, you all wrote it. It looks like everyone's there. 92 is the answer. 92 days. Good job, guys. 92, 62. Close, Jake, but less than you might think. Question 7. What is unusual about the Lake of Monteith in Scotland? The Lake of Monteith in Scotland. 45 seconds on the clock. This is classic old trivia. You either know it or you don't. Which is how knowledge works mostly. But you can't really figure it out. The Lake of Monteith. What's weird about that in Scotland? Any Scottish descendants here? Thumbs up. We got any Scots in the call? Yeah? Okay. I'm sure you guys will get it, 100%. All right, let's see them. What do we got? Ooh, good guess. We've got Salty, no. Deeper Than Wide, no. Loch Ness Monster, no. Oh man, Julia is the closest. It is the only lake, not a loch, in Scotland. The Lake of Monteith. Everything else is a loch. You wrote, it's not a lake. which is the opposite of right, but at least you were right on, like, that's as close as you can get while still being the opposite of the right answer. The name? As far as I know. I think it's just that it has the name Lake. Question 8. I should have looked that up. That's one of the things that I would have thought to look up and didn't. Question 8. Radio Gaga was a 1984 hit for whom? Radio Gaga, 1984 hit for whom? Who's thumbs up on definite? Well, Jasper's got this one, of course. Yeah, Julian Cyrus. For sure. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't trivia glue. Jesus. It is the unwanted nickname that won't go away because the person who has the nickname nicknamed them that. Yeah, I definitely. I do not remember it, therefore it didn't happen. Let's see it. What are the answers? Got it, Jake. Not Bowie, but Queen. Not Devo. Queen is the answer. Bravo. Question 9. Coming up on the end of round 1. Start tallying your scores. The treatment of disease by chemical substances which are toxic to the causative microorganisms is called what? Now this is just a definition, so if there are other words that work for this, I don't know them. But the treatment of disease by chemical substances which are toxic to the causative microorganisms is called what? I should probably just clarify that can't be anything else. Let's see if I can do that in 30 seconds. Oh, I'm not going to get there. Okay. 14 seconds. Feel free to argue this one. I'll pretty much say yes to anything. That just goes in life. Let's see it. What do we got? Hey, Jake nailed it. Wow. Antibiotics. No. Antibiotics, no. Good guess, but a lot of people got chemotherapy. I'll be damned. Chemotherapy was correct. It's like 6 of you got it. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to find that definition, and I've got a 3-minute break, but that's where I took it. So the definition's very likely wrong. What's that? Yep. I'm fine with being wrong with that one. As I was reading it, I was like, I should have done more. Sometimes I do the necessary research where I go, well, I found, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, I remember thinking to myself, I gotta check that one. Yeah, you all get a point. He's the glue. Everyone knows. Everybody gets a point. That's a clean sweep point for everybody. In fact, Cyrus gets 2 points. Yeah, screw you guys. Ha! All right. Yeah, you get a point. Listen. Jesus. Yep. Hey, that's your fault. You can blame Chris. Question 10. 1 point each. Name the 3 tenors of 3 Tenors fame. There were 3 of them. Possible 3 points. I suspect nobody gets 3. That's fine, but 2 of them were pretty darn famous. The 3rd one was like also there. Does anybody have 2 of them? Jasper, that makes sense. Yeah, over there. Yep. Emily and Dean, they were probably like big in your childhood. Yeah. Oh, you got all 3. Wow. Let's see them. Yeah, I'll be damned. Yep, Placido Domingo, Luciano Pavarotti, and if anybody got, not Andrea Bocelli. Good guess for the people who dropped a Bocelli in there. Jose Carreras was the third one. The one that I would never, ever, ever, and I watched them my whole childhood, would never, ever remember his name. 2-1-0, beginning of round 2. Brian, are you there? Give me a thumbs up in camera. There he is. That's way better than a thumbs up. A gravity-ridden face. Question 1. What animal, not insect, responsible for the most deaths in the U.S. annually? What animal, not insects, is responsible for most deaths in the U.S. annually? What animal, not insects, is responsible for the most deaths in the U.S. of America, those U.S., annually, which means every year. So, see, you learn that on trivia, too. Is per annum, is that Latin for annually? I don't know. Per annum, right? Annum. A-N-U-M? Annum? Yeah, cool. All right, let's see your answers. We got rats. We got bears. We got bats. We got cows. We got hippopotamuses. We got alligators. Wild hogs. Those are real dicks. Snakes. And no one wrote dogs. That is, okay, that's fair. I don't. What's that? Well, there are. And as far as I know, it might be 30, and that's enough to top the list. I have no idea. But yes, outside of human, did you know the answer's dogs? Oh yeah, the answer's dogs. Question 2, what country would you be in? In what country would you be if you landed smack in the middle of Plok? The large city of Plok. I'm starting to almost make it accidental tradition that this country shows up almost every week now in my trivias. If you dropped into the middle town center of Plok, that... Oh, I think it's an L, but now you're asking questions that I don't have 100% of an answer on. As far as I know, it's an L. Okay, well, I absolutely wrote it out and Google knew. So, let's see it. Yep. Anyone? Yeah, Ukraine and Poland are probably the two countries that show up the most in trivia. So if you wrote, actually, if you wrote Ukraine, I'm giving you a third of a point because you've been playing enough trivia. Poland is the correct answer. Plok, Poland. Is that not an L? Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna get to the bottom of that thingy at some point. Question 3. A faun or phone is a unit measuring someone's perception of what? A faun or a phone is a unit measuring someone's perception of what? Does anybody just know this? Yeah, you probably studied ears in school. Oh, fuck. Ha! Ha! Joke's on you. That's wrong. That's not the answer. Well, I think it's... I'm going to say I didn't give it away, and people are still going to get it wrong. 210, what do you have? What do you have, bub? Yeah. So, sound is enough, but it is actually technically loudness. But, That is the perception of loudness, which is different than a, you get into hertz and shit. But this one is perception of loudness. Doesn't matter. Question 4. Who was the law of a shire, and where we get the term sheriff? Who was the law of a shire, and where we get the term sheriff? What is the job title of a person who was the law in a shire, and where we get the term sheriff? 45 seconds. Or no, 35 seconds. If you look for how we get the name sheriff, it is a shire this. If anybody is the next question, I may need help if anybody knows the answer, because I can't pronounce some of the words. One of the words. Maybe I can't. I don't know. Let's see it. A marshal, a pontiff is good. A shire chief, a plaintiff, a sheriff, warden. We were looking for a reeve was the job. A reeve. Did you get that, George? Did you write reeve? The shire reeve? I'm giving you, if spelling will not be. Big round of applause for the only person to get reeve on that. It's also where Christopher Reeve didn't get his name. Question 5. All right, the first word, I don't know. Rock and stock are all types of which species of bird? A cushat, or a cusshat, or a cusat is a kind of bird. That, a rock, and a stock are all types of what species of bird? 45 seconds. I only know one of those, so I threw 2 weird ones in there and 1 common one. The next one, all the people waiting for like a dumb question will love the next one. Five seconds. Sherfo Baggins. Let's see him. The crow, the stork, the gull, the pigeon, the eagle, everybody named every common. Hey, Baby Yoda, we're looking at dove. The answer is the dove. Rock dove is the only one I know. I don't know what a stock dove is or a cushat dove, but the dove. And question 6. What actor donned fake chest hair and a bald cap for a cameo in the 2008 comedy Tropic Thunder? What actor donned fake chest hair and a bald cap for a cameo in the 2008 comedy Tropic Thunder? What actor? Yada, yada, yada. All the stuff I just said. Ten seconds. My guess is Julian knows this one so hard. Let's see it. Yep. 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 A dude playing a dude dressed as another dude's actually not right, but kind of is. It's Tom Cruise. I'm the dude playing a dude dressed as another dude. Question 7. After falling in love with the city filming Interview with a Vampire, what actor established the Make It Right Foundation, which aims to build green housing in New Orleans? After falling in love with the city, 45 seconds on the clock. After falling in love with the city filming Interview with a Vampire, what actor established the Make It Right Foundation, which aims to build green housing in New Orleans? A new A new or Leanne Rimes album is coming out. We're looking for the actor in Interview with a Vampire that started the Make It Right Foundation. Fuck the Saints is always going to get you a good... Seth got Fuck the Saints, so... Alright, let's see it. Yep. Nobody doubled down on Tom Cruise. I thought for sure I'd get people going, oh, Doug's trying to throw me from Tom Cruise. But Doug being Doug. Yeah, it's Brad Pitt. Good job. That was pretty much a clean sweep. Not entirely, but pretty much. Question 8. Coming to the end of round 2 almost. What? That's a lot of qualifiers in that sentence. Sort of almost coming to the end of round 2, kinda. What actor plays the mustachioed slacker Wooderson in the 1993 indie film Dazed and Confused? One of my favorite questions is next. That is wildly inappropriate, Cyrus. No, I'll have to watch it. I would actually prefer this one. So, you got me on that. Alright, 0. Who was Wooderson? Woody Harrelson, no, but the other person who's not Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey. And question 10. Spell the last answer correctly. 45 seconds on the clock. Spell the last answer correctly, and you can't write the last answer. Oh, question 9. I'm sorry. Question 9. You're right. Spell the last... We're looking for first and last name, Jake. But yes, kinda. Yeah, then you got it. Yeah, you got it. I'm so curious. I'm gonna bring it up, but I'm just gonna say it out loud too for you guys. All right, let's see them. I want to see if anybody corrected themselves. I see a few people scratching it out. Okay. All right, you didn't have to spell it right on the last one. This one is Matthew. It's 2 T's. And then McConaughey. Give yourself a point for spelling Matthew McConaughey correctly. Bravo. Did you spell it differently this time? Did anybody get it right when they concentrated? Yeah, nice. All right, and there we go. We got that. Good. And question 10 this time. It really is. What adjective is used to describe animals or organisms that emit light? And that's the end of round 2. So also start tallying scores. Talia Shire. What adjective is used to describe animals or organisms that emit light? Let's see him. Luminescent is so close. We needed a few more. Bioluminescent is correct. bioluminescent. This week, and I may do this again depending on what you guys think of it, they are all rebus puzzles. A rebus puzzle is something you've seen in newspapers, or you as a kid, you had worksheets at school. It's one of those things where the clues are in a picture, and it's trying to get you to say a common phrase. If it's like, you'll understand it here in 1 second. This is question 1. I'm going to say this is the easiest one of the ones I found to sort of give you a thing to lean into it. This means something. See if you can get it. Question 1. 45 seconds. What is that common phrase that is artistically representing? Anybody have it? Like, does anybody know pretty much, like, once you get it? Yeah. This is a rebus puzzle. It's saying something in the picture that is a common phrase. Oh, I started the timer. We'll call it 10 seconds. That was weird. I must have missed it. Close, Jake. Close. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's see it. Jake wrote booger envy. We were looking for green with envy. Green with envy. The line, that's the color. It's green with envy. That is 1. All right. The rest of these will be arguably more difficult, but hopefully you start figuring out patterns and stuff like that. "45 seconds on the clock. What is this saying?" Oh, George, you got it. I'm so excited for you. Now you know what the rebus puzzle is. Yeah, Jake, you're on this one for sure. I think this was also an easy one once you've done the first one. So I think they're going to get a little more difficult. Julian just read a text from, I suspect, Trivia Glue. Whenever he laughs, I always assume that's what it is. Let's see it. Yep. Yes. If you don't know what split pea soup is, well then that one's going to be hard. But if you do, that was split pea soup. Question 3. 45 seconds on the clock. This or the split pea soup? Okay. The line, you might be, but if people know the movie and they don't know the answer to this, you may be giving clues. And they deserve the point. They deserve your point. If anyone knows that scene, Cyrus doesn't get the point, you get his. Let's see it. Yep. Yes. Sitting on top of the world is the correct answer. This is fun, right? But also, hey, Chris, go ahead and give yourself Cyrus's point. 45 seconds. A little harder. I can see it in your eyes. I agree. "23 seconds. Chris, I was serious. You liked that scene. You get an extra point. Cyrus got a pointless point. Now it's yours. Cyrus, for being a good sport, you get a third of that point back. Let's see it. Anybody? E3, whiny, extra whiny. wine, triple wine. The answer, win with ease. Win with ease. I love that. Winona. Winona, that wino. 45 seconds. Win with ease. That's a fun one, once you know it. Who's got this one so far? I felt like, yeah, I saw a few people write it pretty quickly. Alex, you get this one? All right. Baby Yoda's Hot Farts, you got that one? Jake, you're on it. Let's see it. Yep. Ooh, inside job. We were looking for in between jobs. In between jobs. They're yelling, which makes me happy. Anytime Tara's upset, Doug's a little happier. This is like question 1,000 or something. I don't know. I've lost count. Like 5, I think. Well, I thought this was the easiest one. Would you agree these are uncheatable, Cyrus? I mean, without extra effort, particularly harder. I agree. Yeah, it's not just a couple of words that give you the answer, for sure. 2-1-0. Let's see it. Nailed it, Jake. Well done. Yep. Oh, try to stand above. Try to understand. Try to stand above is such a better thing we should all be doing. Stand, but try to understand was the answer. The next one, 45 seconds. The last one was try to understand. We've got a very quick Casey win. Brian's on it. Does anybody have no idea? Thumbs up if you have no idea. Okay. I'd say this one is arguably harder. It might be a slightly more misleading because you think it's more than it is. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, 0. There it is. Yep. Yeah, it looks like everybody who... safety first. No, safety in numbers. Safety in numbers was the answer. I don't know how many we have left. Like 3 or something. This one should be pretty easy. A layup. Get you back on the winning track. It's not really a common phrase, more just a thing. Jake, this may be your, you should look for Rebus puzzle trivia. I think you're pretty much... Other than Booger Envy, I think you've gotten every one. Oh, no, Winona. Win with ease. Four, 3, 2, 1. Show me. Yeah. Level up. No, split level we were looking for. Split level. Coming up on the end of the round. This is my favorite one. If anybody gets it, we're going 2 points. It's a harder one for sure. $30 seconds. 2 points. Get it. Make a move. Cyrus, thumbs up. Wow. Were you at least proud of yourself, or is this a waste of time for you? Yeah. 2, 1. Anybody? Yep. Yep. It is go up in smoke. Go up in smoke. Super annoying, but it is all there for you. This one should get you back in the win column before the end. A lot of writing happening. That's good to see. Chris, you got this one? Cool, cool. Julia, you're on this. Nice. Ah! Oh, Jake. I might give you a half point for that. That's just such a good answer. Zero. Let's see it. Yep. 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 Jake, solid answer for undersea travel, but it is in fact travel overseas. We're going to kind of talk about John Thompson. Now, John Thompson is a coach, but not that one. It's a person you've never heard of by the name of John Thompson. In 1932, May, John Thompson saw an issue with driving that was a really huge issue in the auto industry, and he came up with a conical, self-centering fix because he believed it wasn't the driver's fault. It was the obstacles the driver was facing's fault. And he thought he could correct that problem. That may not make a lot of sense right now, but we're going to get into the story a little bit. So anyway, he designs a fix because he thinks, again, it's more an issue over here than over here. And he takes this fix. He has to find a manufacturing partner. He takes this fix to dozens and dozens of factories over 2 years, and he always gets the same answer. John, it's a beautiful fix, but we can't mass produce this. The problem is your fix is not enough of a fix that we're the type of people who can help you. But hey, maybe go see this other factory. And he would go to that factory and he'd keep getting the same exact answer. After 2 years, he goes to this place in Oregon and he sits with the engineers and he shows them his patent, and everyone agrees. All the engineers say, look, John, it's great. We can't mass produce it. And he goes into the issues with the cold steel forge and why they're not the company, but maybe there's another company, and he has had it. So he bellies up to a bar out in Oregon, and this guy, he's got the patent next to him. It's this wrinkled up piece of paper. He can't figure out what he's gonna do. He's not a salesman. He's a handyman, in fact. And he's looking at this fix, and the guy goes, what are you working on? And he tells him, and he says, what's your name, man? And the other guy says, Henry. And he sees him. He's got slicked back hair. He's got white teeth, a nice smile. And this guy is a salesman. He goes, hey, don't feel bad about all these no's. No's are just a yes to another question. And this guy goes, listen, fuck the platitudes. I know what a no is. I've been hearing them constantly for 2 years. He goes, well, tell me your product, all right? Let's see if we can do something about this. So he tells him the product, and Henry understands there's a problem with drivers, but he sees that this could fix, but he doesn't understand the science of why this is going to fix it necessarily and why it's so important. But he loves the guy's passion, and he says, I think I can actually sell this. I tell you what, I'll buy all the rounds we've been drinking tonight, and I'm going to buy your patent off of you for basically this pocket money I have here. No one knows exactly how much it was, but it was settled right at that moment. And he goes, you know what? I'm tired of being told no over and over. I'm going to take the money. And now John Thompson leaves, and the plans are now in Henry's hands. So Henry says, okay, I gotta now sell this thing. I'm out of money, but I'm a salesman. He goes right back to the factory that John was at the day before. Except this time he goes to the secretary. He says, I want to talk to Eugene Clark. That was the president. I want to talk to Eugene Clark. She goes, oh, no, not without you need an appointment. He goes, listen, I've got this product. And he explains the product to her and why it's so important. And she also doesn't really understand, but he says, look, I've got GM on the hook right now for 1 million of these. You want me to go to someone else? You want me to go to your competitor? Or do you at least want to bring it to the president? So she rings up the president. President says, I'll sit down with the guy. He explains it. The guy's like, yeah, it sounds great, but we can't I've already heard from my engineers. We can't mass produce it. He says, I got 1 million that GM wants right now. A complete lie. I've got 1 million that GM wants. And the guy goes, okay, well, I'll bring up the engineers. He brings up the engineers. They go, look, we already looked at the thing. It's a great thing, but we can't make it we can't mass produce this. It's impossible. Cold steel forge. And the no being just a yes to another question, Eugene Clark looks at his engineers and says, do you want to keep your jobs? And they say, okay, we'll go back to the drawing board. They do figure out how to do it and how to scale it up. It's a big accomplishment. But now Eugene calls Henry and says, call GM. We got their product. We can do it. And Henry's like, oh shit, okay, so I'm going to go to GM now. He goes to GM and he gets them to try out this conical self-centering fix to a problem they have with drivers. And they love it. They love the product. They want more, but more than that, they want to buy the plans off Henry. And Henry says, no, you can't buy the plans. I'm licensing it. And they buy big. A couple of months later, Chrysler hears about the fix and they go, well, we want this fix as well. A couple months after that, it's followed by Ford. Ford says, yes, we want that product. And then a couple months after that, millions upon millions from the US Department of Defense. And Henry is selling the licensing to this product hand over fist. He ends up with what is the equivalent of $65 million in today's money from this product. But it's an awful shame that Henry, not John Thompson, Henry is what they name the product after as it's coming off the line, the fix for drivers. So it's weird that we don't call it the John Thompson or the Thompson version of it. Instead, the driver's named after Henry. You could say John Thompson got screwed. 45 seconds on the clock. What was Henry's last name? "36 seconds. Does anybody think they got it? Yeah. Before you show your answer, Cyrus, I'm going to do a little bit of... So you may be thinking, when we say driver, I mean a person driving a car. I do not. I mean a fix to the assembly line, a mechanical driver. Go ahead and show your answer, Cyrus. We were looking for Phillips. Henry Phillips designed for GM the Phillips screwdriver and the Phillips screw with a score of 39 1/3. Big round of applause, everybody, for Cyrus on his dramatic return back from Christmas break. A huge win. And also, none of you knew that. Or actually, he does have that famous quote, a no is... Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. A no is just a yes to another question that's a famous Henry Phillips quote, in fact. But, okay, anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for your support as we try to grow this experience. It's totally in the script to say that. Doesn't make it any less true. For all of us at Trivia Ronin, I'm Douglas Larlam saying don't be shitty, and we hope you learned something